Niels Bohr was a very energetic person. He was part of everything, and he jumped the stairs at the Institute at every moment and kept in touch with everybody who was here. My name is Finn Åserud. I'm director of the Niels Bohr Archive since 1989. We have his private papers, his general papers, his political papers. We have Niels Bohr's lectures, interviews on tape, and we have photographs and films as well, amateur films of Niels Bohr. And of course, we have the scientific manuscripts of Niels Bohr. This box contains the first papers that Niels Bohr handwrote after he had turned his attention to the atom.
My name is Troels C. I'm a physicist. I'm going to be seeing one of the original documents on the atomic model. These handwritten documents from the archive are revolutions in their making by people who are geniuses but yet stumbling for the correct solution. And these moments are quite spectacular. I think that's what every researcher inside himself is living for to some extent.
He was on his way to establish a career in science, and this was his chance to contribute something really big, and he had great ambitions to do that.
Hello.
Hello, good to see you, yes.
So this is it?
Yes, so this is the papers that Niels Bohr wrote in 1912 actually. He was in Manchester, he knew about Rutherford's atomic model, and he was trying to work out a quantum physics of the atom, but there were still some pieces to be found. So this was a manuscript that he gave to Rutherford in April, I think, 1912.
And back here is all the calculations behind, classical summation signs, and then it's also fun to see doodles of Niels Bohr.
Yes, yes.
Niels Bohr's model of the atom is a revolutionizing idea. People at the time of Niels Bohr knew about electrons, but how they constituted matter was a mystery. And Niels Bohr proposed that electrons orbit a heavy nuclei, such as a proton, much like planets orbit the sun. But he quantized this picture so that the electrons could only follow very specific orbits. They could change orbit, and when doing so, they would emit a photon, a light particle, which is actually how people could see that his model was perfectly correct.
One of his aims was to gather the cream of the cream in theoretical physics. And he was very successful at that. The Institute in Copenhagen was the center of things between the world wars. Werner Heisenberg from Germany, Wolfgang Pauli from Austria, a great number of the people at the Institute and in the auditorium were later to become Nobel Prize winners.
Niels Bohr is trying to understand how the atoms are built, and we're still trying to find out how the universe is built. It's the quest in understanding the universe.
So, the atomic model of Niels Bohr is an idea still used today, We still quantize our theory, and this is what describes all the physics going on at, for example, CERN's LHC accelerator, where the Higgs has just been discovered.